for a game between Richards Bay and Stellenbosch. Welcome, coach.
Thank you.
If you can give us your own summary of the game today.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it short and brief. I think obviously we knew the situation coming to the game that Richards Bay would be obviously fighting for their lives. And we knew that the first 15-20 minutes would be crucial. So, you know, that the idea is that obviously if they score, they would have something to hold on to and something to fight for. And that was the idea, is just to start solid. And so, yeah, unfortunately, when you concede 2 goals in the first sort of quarter of the game, it makes it a difficult afternoon for yourself. So, but yeah, I can't complain and complain about the effort, especially second half. I thought we really applied a lot of pressure, obviously had to risk a bit. And then we got ourselves back into the game with a goal. And then obviously hearing the scoreline at the other side, it was just knowing that maybe just one more goal and a draw might be sufficient to secure second position. We tried our best, but that was not to be today. So it's not going to take away from a fantastic season, having reached 2 semi-finals, won our maiden trophy as well as qualifying for Africa. But yeah, it was just one hurdle short. At the end of the day, equal points with a team like Pirates, and we just failed on goal difference. So very disappointing. Obviously, we had wanted to finish in second position, but yeah. Congratulations to Richards Bay on their performance today. They really fought for their points. Unfortunately, both teams ended up being disappointed. But if they put the same fighting spirit and the way they played today, I believe that they can come through the playoffs and remain in the Premiership.
Thank you. Can I take the first set of hand 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, thanks. In that order. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Good evening, Coach. Coach, I'm sure it must be a not weird but a very bizarre situation. Your team goes on this extremely crazy run, and then just in the final 3 games you sort of lose it. But according to your analysis, your thoughts, what went wrong for your side? Like, it's just 3 games.
Yeah, I think it's 4, to be honest. It's the draw against AmaZulu that so 1 point from 12. Obviously, you know, you're not going to end up achieving your target if that's the case. But it's, I think it's quite a simple fact. We have a thin squad in terms of numbers, and I think, you know, when you have such a long unbeaten run and then you lose it, you know, we had 2 exhausting games, which I felt we were in both games against Sundowns, Cup and League. You know, we're unlucky against AmaZulu. We were the far better team, and then our worst performance was probably against Swallows. You know, that I think was the killer one. I just think, yeah, I think fatigue, mental and physical sort of strain on the players. It's a position that we're not used to being in, and so it's a different type of pressure. It's a good pressure. It's a pressure that we must embrace. Hopefully going forward that it can continue in this vein. But yeah, once that unbeaten record got broken, it does sort of deflate you a little bit and take away. But yeah, football is not easy. It's a tough league. I mean, I only now sort of saw the results. Sundowns obviously getting their unbeaten run broken. A team like Kaizer Chiefs not able to get over the line in a game they had also in their control. So a tough league. Sometimes it's those that are more desperate at the bottom of the table at this time of the season are very difficult teams to play against. So yeah, we just needed to be more ruthless in the first half, not conceding the way we did. But yeah, we gave it a good shot. I mean, 1 goal away from getting a draw and finishing, and then, you know, we hit the post a couple of times. We've been a bit unlucky with 1 or 2 tight calls, which I can't comment on because I haven't seen. But yeah.
Shoot.
Actually, Coach, you normally sum up everything I wanted to ask, but I'm sure you will take the CAF Champions League now, looking at, because when you look at Champions League, it's more of an elite team, so you'll take them in the sport of the Confed Cup.
No, we want to also be playing against the elite. But yeah, as I said at the beginning, I mean, you know, you win Diski, you win a cup, you make Africa. You know, we can't allow 4 games to detract from what we've done since the first day of the season. So once we get over this result, you know, we've got to look back and be proud of what we've achieved. And should we get in this position again, I think the lessons learned over the last sort of month, you never grow and become better if you don't learn from lessons. So I think we've learned some lessons, perhaps deal with it a little bit differently if we had to get in this situation again. But yeah, it's a fantastic, incredible season. Just the amount of nominations we got for the PSL awards, and to have achieved what we have done, punching above our weight. And you finish on equal points with a team like Pirates in terms of the squad that they have and the resources that they put into that team. We've just got to be really proud.
And Coach, hard luck on the results today. Obviously, you're mentioning the fact that you guys punched above your weight this season, and it's not going to get easier next season traveling to Africa with everything that it comes with, the resources required. So what's the thinking now with you guys in terms of preparing for that? Have you started, perhaps, I know you mentioned that you've consulted with teams like Sundowns in terms of how they navigate the whole situation of playing in Africa. So what's the thinking in terms of players bringing in, the number of players, and also how you guys are going to approach that?
Yeah, look, I think the reason, within 5 years of being promoted to the PSL and finishing and having a season like we've had, I think it's done through really good foundations and solid leadership and solid management and a lot of sort of preparation and planning. So that has already started. It's been, we've had a number of meetings in terms of dealing with logistics from a financial point of view, from a squad point of view, what we would require, because we don't want to go there and just not be competitive. We want to be competitive. We back ourselves to be able to be competitive there and in the league. So we're mindful and have learned that it's never easy. You can see it's happened, like Marumo Gallants, for example. But I think we will do enough preparation and enough homework, and we will equip the squad well enough that we will do well both in Africa as well as at home.
So Coach, as you're preparing the journey into Africa, how difficult for you guys to try and maintain the some of the key players that you have? Because most of your players are being touted by PSL teams, big teams. They are looking for their services. Now, how is it going to be difficult for you guys to try and hold on to that talent?
Not too sure about the comment that most of our players, at this stage there's no offer, no contact from any club regarding any of our players, so currently it's still only media speculation. But again, we're a club that understand the economics and of football. We also understand players have sometimes opportunity to enhance their careers. So again, we're mindful of that, and we have contingency plans in place, but I believe that on the other side, the majority of the squad will stay. We are playing in Africa. We are a team that I believe can continue to challenge. We wouldn't necessarily want to go to a team that's not in the top 8. And you'd rather, you're playing on the continent and you're challenging for trophies. So we're confident that the players that we want to keep will be kept, and the one or two that may move on, we're also confident that we can replace and continue. But as it stands, everyone at the club is contracted and everyone at the club is staying.
Coach, they've got 7 nominations in the PSL awards in the team, and especially yours for the season. I'm not sure. I think it's just the first time for you. I'm not sure previous years, but how do you feel about it and the whole nominations?
Yeah, very proud. I mean, to have that many nominations is really it's testimony and recognition for what we've done this season. I was tongue-in-cheek telling Sage Stevens, at least we're the only two that we don't need to have too many expectations. And clean sheet wins the goalkeeper, and I think Rolani deserves to be coach of the season. They've had a remarkable season. To win the league by 20-odd points, to only be beaten on the last day of the season is remarkable. So he deserves it. I'm sure he'll win it, and deservedly so.
But Coach, just want to put an argument. Okay, looking at their finances, I mean, of course, it's expected that they have to win the league. But from your side, you're punching above your weight because it's more of the players from the same region when the player that you have. But you punch above your weight and having those nominations and yourself and winning the trophy, finishing third. I mean, someone might say, I mean, logistic, I mean, you should win it. I think that's an argument. I don't know. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's an argument, but it's not one that we're going to win. I'm not in control of who. But you know, when it says DStv Premiership, it's the DStv Premiership, and that's what counts. I think. You know, if you take things a little more holistically, maybe it's a little bit different. But yeah, we also have to give credit to Rolani. He's done exceptionally well.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you, everyone.